Aloha and welcome to the Solar Coaster Live Show. I'm here with my co-host Jason Vericard
Good morning.
and a special guest, Mr. Dan Shugar, also known as Shug from Nextracker. Welcome to the show, Shug.
Hey, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
We understand you've had a big week just testifying at Congress. We've read your testimony. It's remarkable. What was that experience like?
Well, it was good because we were able to work not only with the industry to testify in the Natural Resources and Mineral Committee, but also to help galvanize a bit of a unified message of our solar policy priority. You can think of it sort of in two buckets, what we covered. The first was the purview of the Natural Resources Committee is really public lands. And we were focused primarily on Bureau of Land Management, which actually controls several million acres, predominantly in the 7 western states. So we spoke directly at how is solar and wind resource development happening there. And then we spoke on the other policy things that how the administration's been doing and policy work in Congress that impacts solar broadly, both on public lands and not. It's not practical, generally speaking, to develop on public lands because one, the price is much too high, the lease rates that they're setting. Number two, the price is somewhat indeterminate. It can be reset every 5 years, so you're not sure what lease rates are going to be in the future. And problem number three is it takes far too long, in excess of 3 years. So we address that. And while there are some large projects happening on public lands, for example, the Gemini project was recently approved in Nevada, which is about a 700 megawatt project. That sounds great. But in totality, less than 10% of the development of utility scale solar in the US is on federal lands, which compares to overseas a much larger percentage. For example, at Nextracker, we're delivering a 1 gigawatt system, which is part of a 5 gigawatt project in Dubai called the Dewa project. That's 7 times bigger than the Gemini project I mentioned in Nevada. We're also part of the Benbon project in Egypt, which is multiple gigawatts on one site in Egypt. And so a lot of countries overseas are just far further ahead in using, public lands for developing solar. So we have a great opportunity, and it would be of great benefit to everyone. The key priorities we really articulated in the hearing with Congress on Tuesday were we need basically the tax credits have been helpful in the past. It's a bipartisan thing that's been vetted. It's good policy. But right now, due to both COVID and tax things that happen in the tax code, very few people are actually paying tax in the corporate world. So we want to have the thing, a function called refundability to be able to, because due to the absence of tax equity, extend the investment tax credit, reduce tariffs on solar and steel and electronics and things like that. The tariffs are not good trade policy. There's a way we can stimulate US manufacturing without regressive tariffs. Have the federal government buy more renewables, which is cheaper than standard power. They should be doing that anyway, and that'll save taxpayers money. So these are the things we covered in the hearing.
Do you have a message for the attendees and people that are watching this?
Yes, I've never been more excited about solar than I am right now. In the face of a horrible year where we've had this pandemic, we've had crazy, the entire West Coast from Canada down to Mexico, all the way through the Rockies the Sierras was on fire. Like you had just unbelievable stuff going on. We have political unrest, we have social unrest. In spite of all of those things, never have we been part of the solution more than we are today. We're bringing basically safe jobs, clean air, clean water, and savings for people on their power bills. And we need to elect leaders on any side of the political spectrum that focus on the merits of what we're bringing to the table and support it. So I encourage everyone to engage and help create a renewable future today.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's been Dan Shugar here from Nextracker, just off of the testimony at Congress earlier this week. We really appreciate your hard work, Dan, and come on the solar coaster with us anytime. Aloha.
Hey, thanks so much. Mahalo.